Hi everybody, Laura here from My Favorite Things. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun birthday project to share with you using some of the latest August release goodies. I'm going to start with this Little Leaves background cling stamp, and this is a red rubber stamp mounted on a cushy foam, and it's cling on the back, so I'm going to mount this on my full-size Misty. I'm taking out the black pad. I already have some leftover adhesive on the base of my Misty, so first I like to adhere the cling onto the door, and then I have a panel of blue cardstock, kind of a light baby blue. Flip over the base and it will stick to that adhesive, that leftover adhesive. And then I'm going to stamp this Little Leaves background with Versamark ink, and this gives it a very, very subtle kind of tone on tone look. It's great for just a smidge of texture on a background, but we're going to amp it up so you can barely see the design after this first stamp. So I'm going to stamp it twice to make it nice. We're actually going to stamp it a lot more than twice, but 2 times with the Versamark ink, and that gives it a very soft, subtle background. Now here's where we add the magic. I'm pulling out a little prize ribbon distress ink, and I'm going to blend it on the bottom of this blue panel. Now as you can see, I have not moved the panel off of my Misty. In fact, I'm holding it down with my hand because I want to make sure that it stays in that exact position. I'm going to end up stamping a couple of more times, so I want to make sure I get perfect exact placement with that Little Leaves background after I blend the magic. So the prize ribbon was gorgeous, but I needed a little more. So I pulled out some chipped sapphire, which is just a tinge darker, and I'm here for that. Okay, but then we got to fade it out. You got to get a subtle blend. So I pull back out the prize ribbon. So it goes chipped sapphire, prize ribbon into the blue panel. But then I find I start to lose my little leaves down in the darker end. So I ink up the bottom part with the prize ribbon. And that, wait till you see how it looks. Looks great. But we got to even it out there in the middle. So I took some Salty Ocean and then a little more Versamark on the top. I'm trying to get a smooth transition of the little leaves. And you know what? That'll do. That'll do right there. I'm happy with that. Okay, we're moving on to our cute little image. Little bunny holding a birthday cake from the You Cake My Day. And you know what? A lot of times I stray away from these cute little images. Not that I don't love them, because I do. But I don't feel like I'm a very qualified colorer, you know? So I always speed it up to make it look like I'm faster than I am. And you know what? I'm kind of like, in the last couple of years, I like the very subtle coloring of images where it kind of fades into white. You know, just a little bit of color on the chin, a little bit on the ear, but on the top of the head, top of the ears, there's nothing. Just a smidge. It kind of gives that soft, like you don't care, effortless look, you know? It's called faking it till you make it, is what it really is. You got to add a rosy cheek, a little bit of pink frosting, and there you got a cute little subtle, easy peasy birthday image. I'll take the coordinating die, take this off camera, run it through my die cutting machine, and there you have a sweet little bunny with a cake. Okay, now I like where I'm going, but I needed some more. You know, I needed some color. So when you don't know what to do, you strip it up. That's my solution. So I pulled out some strips of solid color cardstock, and I'm cutting little strips. I'm not measuring. Some I want to be thicker, some I want to be much thinner, and I'm just going to adhere them to this little strip of white cardstock. I'm covering it with tape runner, and I'm going to slap down these strips. I interrupt this video for a little update on Hank the Tank, our 3-month-old golden retriever who has become the neighborhood favorite. Our neighbors who have 3 little boys, they come running out today, busting out, yelling, Hank! And I was just taking him out to go potty, and you know what? Here's the thing about Hank. I'm not sure if he's taking after me, but he seems like he might be an introvert. Is that possible? Because he was shy. He was being shy. I had to carry him over to the little boy, who's only 4, by the way. But then once he got a sniff of him and he realized he was his friend, then he was wagging his tail and licking his face and all that. But at first he was like, no, I don't want to visit. And I'm like, oh, Hank, you take after me. You're my spirit animal. Okay, for the sentiment, I'm going to be using the mini birthday messages, and I'm going to die cut a circle window so that I'll stamp the birthday wishes or wish big sentiment in that little circle. Okay, so I got a white card base. I've got my panel here with the circle window, and then I'm going to lay down the wish big. See how this goes? A little peekaboo window for the sentiment. I like to take the panel, get it out of the way. I'm going to stamp it with VersaFine Onyx Black ink, which is my favorite. Never do you wrong black for sentiments. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now I'm going to pop up these stripes. I couldn't decide which angle I wanted to go. Sometimes you just got to not overthink it. I'll take it back onto my paper trimmer, cut off the excess. You get it perfect every time. And then I'm going to pop up this panel, because dimension is life. And then, of course, pop up the bunny. And then, you can't, but you don't have to, a little embellishment. And these are my favorite go-to, these little raindrops, or these little clear dots. I mean, I hate to say that I use it on every card, but I almost use them on every card because, it's like the perfect neutral accessory. And there you have a cute little gradient blue rainbow strip action bunny birthday card coming at you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.